What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another therapy session update video. I don't know what I'm calling these, but I'm back. I am getting ready to go in. I probably got about 15 minutes before I head in. What's today? This is the 5th session, I think. Yeah, session number 5. Um, and y'all, I wanted to come on here early. I got here early because I wanted to read something to y'all before I went in there. That kind of correlates with what I'm dealing with now, what my therapist has been saying, and then something that kind of just fell in my lap this morning. So I have really been struggling with a decision that I think I need to make. But I want to make the right decision, and I want that decision to be biblical. Like, I don't want to make the wrong decision and be outside of God's will, if that makes sense. So I've been talking through that with her, and she keeps saying, like, lean into God, but I'm gonna read to y'all what I found, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what was hilarious, because some of it is the exact same thing that she says. But this morning I wrote in my prayer journal, I was just talking to God, and I just was like, that I need clarity, I need your wisdom, and I also need your peace for whatever you do reveal to me, and that I have the courage to follow through with whatever it is that you tell me to do. And I kid you not, right after I prayed that this morning, my morning devotional was 6 steps for biblical decision making. So I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Hopefully this lands on you like it landed on me. And I just hope and pray that this will be beneficial to you as it was to me. Even though I haven't made the decision yet, this gave me peace. But it says, God gave Moses the dream of leading the children of Israel out of 400 years of slavery, but Moses had to make the decision to confront Pharaoh. God gave Noah the dream of saving the world from the flood, but Noah had to make the decision to build the ark. God gave Abraham the dream of building a new nation, but Abraham had to make the decision to leave everything he had and go out into the unknown. Just like these men, you will never realize God's dream for your life until you come to the stage of decision making and step out in faith. Whether it's about your career, marriage, finances, health, or children, there is a simple, workable plan for making biblical decisions that will keep you on track toward pursuing God's dream for your life. Number 1, pray for guidance. Before you do anything else, get God's perspective on the issue. Proverbs 28:26 says, "A man is a fool to trust himself, but those who use God's wisdom are safe." Number 2, this is what was hilarious to me, because from day one since I've been coming to this therapist, this is what she has been saying. Get the facts. Before you make a decision, get the facts. There is no contradiction between faith and fact. Find out everything you can before you make a decision. Proverbs 13:16 says, "All who are prudent act with knowledge." Number 3, ask for advice. Talk to somebody who's made a similar decision and friends who know your weaknesses. Proverbs 24:6 says, "The more good advice you get, the more likely you are to win." Number 4, calculate the cost. Every decision has a price tag. It will cost you time, money, energy, reputation, talents, and resources. Proverbs 20:25 says, "It is a trap to dedicate something rashly, only later to consider one's vows." When people pressure you to make a decision, it's okay to say, "I'll get back to you." It's more important to make a wise decision than a quick decision. Number 5 says, prepare for problems. In faith, expect the best. Expect God to work in your life, but also prepare for the problems that are part of every decision. Solomon said in Proverbs 22:3, "A prudent man foresees the difficulties ahead and prepares for them. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." And finally, number 6 says, face your fears. Perfectionism, that's what I struggle with. Perfectionism paralyzes potential. God has always used imperfect people in imperfect situations to get his will done. Ecclesiastes 11:4 says, if you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get anything done. You have to trust God and start moving in spite of your problems, fears, and doubts. And when I tell y'all, this devotion this morning gave me so much peace. Like, my situation hasn't changed. I haven't made a decision yet on what I want to do, but this gave me so much peace because it was almost like a roadmap. This is what you need to do, and you'll find clarity and wisdom and peace and what it is you need to, whatever that God-given dream is. And this spoke so much to me because around August of last year, I had a dream. And I could be 100% wrong. We're going to find out because I'm going to do these 6 steps. But I feel like it was a God-given dream, but the dream kind of scares me. It's not the first time I've had this dream. I had this dream maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And the characters in the dream are different, but the outcome is the same. And it scares me a little bit. And let me back up a little bit. I dream often. And I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud to y'all. But y'all my people, and I feel comfortable with y'all. A lot of times those dreams come to pass, and that's why that dream scares me. So that is the journey I'm on right now. But and a lot of I think this dream scares me so much because this is the biggest one I've had. Like, the 2 times I've had it, it's been the most, not extreme, but just bigger than the rest. Like, I've had smaller dreams that have come to pass, and my best friend told me, start writing them down. And then when they come to pass, write down the date you had the dream, and then write down when it came to pass. And y'all, it is so eerie looking back at it. Things that, I've dreamed about, and they have come to pass. And it'll be small things, but still. But I've heard of people talk about things like this, but I haven't never been like comfortable talking about it out loud. I will pick y'all back up once I come out of there and let y'all know how the session went and let y'all know what she thought about my devotion this morning. Okay, y'all, I'm out of my session. I'm gonna try to make this quick because it's getting dark. And y'all ain't gonna be able to see me pretty soon. But session went very well. We just talked about my week and some things that came up and how I responded to those things that came up. She just kept saying how proud of me she is because she said, my goal is to give you the skills and the tools to use, but I don't want you to just learn them. I want you to go out and use them. And she was like, I can tell based on what you're telling me that you've been practicing those things. So I'm proud of you there, which I appreciated. I read to her the devotional that I read to y'all, and she cracked up like I thought she would, especially when it came to get the facts. She was like, that's right, get all the facts. But she wanted me, after we talked about that, she said, how I had you do a trauma timeline? I said, yeah. She said, I want you to do one. She said, you talk about journaling and you write your prayers out and you go back sometimes. Because I talked about a prayer that I went back and looked at today that kind of blew my mind because I forgot I prayed it. This was a year ago. And she said, I want you to do a prayer timeline. Far back as you can remember or far back as you have. Because I keep my prayer journals. And she said, I want you to write out what your prayer was when you prayed it and how God answered and when he answered it. She said, let's go through. She said, I think it's worth us digging through that based off what we talked about today and me going back and reading. Because I go back and read my prayers from time to time. Not often. But she wants to make some correlations. She thinks there's some correlations to be made. I trust her, so we're going to do it. So I'm going to pull out the old prayer journals, blow the dust off, and go through them. Oh, that's going to take me down a... Lord, because I can only imagine some things I was praying about, especially when I first got saved, 11 years ago. I'm tripping. Dang, it has been. It's been It was 11 years ago. Okay, I'm not tripping. I know my math. But session went very well. But when I first came in, she was like, "You are glowing. You look good." I said, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Girl, I just got on this t-shirt." She was like, "No, you look amazing." I was like, "Well, thank you." I mean, I guess the saying is true, you know, when you feel good, you know, you look good, you feel good, whatever it is. But that's the very first thing she said to me when I came in. And you could tell that it was genuine. You know how some people just give you a compliment to be giving you a compliment. You could tell, like, she meant it. But she was like, "No, you look good." And I was like, "Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel good." I feel good about the mental space I'm in right now. I can't wait to see what's to come, because I know I still have, I'm always have work to do. I'm human. But I am grateful for where I am now, as opposed to where I was when I came to her 5 weeks ago. Probably more than April 1st. And today is what, May 8th? My first session with her was April 1st. And just in that short amount of time, like, the difference it has made, in how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking, how I'm responding. I feel really good, y'all. So I'm excited about what's to come. But yeah, today's session went real good, y'all. About to get off here and stop rambling, because y'all ain't about to be able to see me pretty soon, because it is dark. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you have been following this journey, you are getting something out of it. I just felt led to share this journey. Typically, if I'm sharing something on here, I feel led to do it, because I ain't about to just be sharing everything. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.